Right, let me just check it real quick. Yeah, there we go. One second. Just have to bring up the link. Getting the chat is going to be a little tricky on Twitch. Oh yeah, there we go. That works out. And multi-streaming is going to be a little bit of a problem. So much work. Let's see if the stream is live or unlisted. This is my first time trying multi-streaming, so might be a little scuffed. Just bear with me for a minute. And yeah, we're all set to go. Okay, let's go. Okay. It's been a while since I've done this on the West server. Alright, let's see if this is possible. Should be easy. Nice. Yeah, that was easy. Should not have stood in all of those AoEs. Yeah, that was just my bad. Okay. Let's go again. No way they gave every boss reach and for some reason. So weird. Typical for a green chest. Little more silverbacks than usual though. Yeah, I should probably wait for the cooldown to fight that thing. But you know what? Let's just do it. I can drag them out of the buff zone. There we go. That would have taken a little longer if you actually wait for the cooldowns there. Oh, thank you, Alexis. I think you said mist color by accident. I think it's shadow color, right? It's pretty fun. Not just the rewards, the activity itself is kind of fun to do it when you're really efficient with it. You'll get the spec eventually. It's just a matter of time, right? If you keep doing it, you'll get stronger. Your gear does not get weaker. Yeah, shadow color. Yeah, there's different builds, I know. Probably using Hellion for more sustain, right? If you're using shadow color, new people start off like that. I don't even have to dodge that. I don't know why I moved back. Okay, let's see. 60. I think that's the average on blue chests, so it's not terrible. Still, we're only in the first floor, so it's not bad. Now we can skip the rest of the first floor because I don't think there will be more than one chest per floor. It used to be two chests sometimes, but games just can't do shit. They nerfed it too much. Like, I'll cross two more rooms and we'll be in the next floor. Look at that, next floor. Did not even have to cross two more rooms. They're shrinking the dungeons so much. Oh, you're using Spectre. That's a bad idea, man. Spectre is not good at all. Did not do that. If you want to use Spectre, you need a healer with you. It's 5 flat? No, it's 5 flat map, which is a 5.1 dungeon. Can you explain why it's bad? Well, Spectre has self damage. You're basically burning yourself. You won't be able to sustain through it. But I'll show you something one sec after the pull. So for using Spectre Jacket, you need really high specs. like this set right here. If you look at this, I have 100 on everything, right? Even with this, sometimes I don't do enough damage to kill them before they kill me. Spectre is not a very friendly armor to use. So when you're on high tier armors, it does so much more damage to you. Look, you take 2% of your health as true damage. So that's every second or something, I think. It's not ideal. Stalker has a lower cooldown than that, and damage, Spectre does more damage, but you can't manage it properly, that's the problem. If you have a awakened weapon with maximum lifesteal and maximum ability damage, you might be able to make it work, but still it's finicky, it's not comfortable to use. I have tested it for some videos, thought maybe it would be a good build, but so far it's just not reliable enough. Roast pork can't sustain the damage? No, it can't. I have roast pork right now. Spectre's not good. Just listen to me on this one. I've done these dungeons for a few years now, I know. Don't invest your stuff into Spectre. It's good when you have a healer, but without that it's not comfortable to play, even if you get it to work. Oh, you crafted it, that's nice. What tier is it? Oh, 5.2. Yeah, it's very new. Following group content is, something that's not meant to be doable. So to make it possible, you basically have to brute force your way with very high masteries and gear. So the low tier stuff really does not work very well. I think they're going to make the dungeons even stronger in the next patch. It's going to be a little annoying. I have to see if it's still possible or not. And Twitch is so dead. I have multi-streaming on, so I don't see a single person over there. I think we're already at the last boss. Kind of early. It's only a 2-floor dungeon. Well, we have to take what we get. Let's see how much loot we have. It's been some time since I've done this on West, so not exactly sure on what's the average loot here anymore. But yeah, we'll see though. Oh, this is a little annoying. It's crazy damage. I forgot how much damage this build does at maximum specs. I've been playing on EU for too long. How much loot is okay? So per dungeon it should be 300k average, but this dungeon's kind of bad because it's only a 2-floor dungeon with 2 blue chests. So this might be bad, but on average it should be 300 to 400,000. Is it 5.0? It's a 5.1 group dungeon. The map is 5.0. I use maps. I don't roam around until I find it. Takes too much time. And the map is 20k, so it doesn't really matter cost wise. Yeah, loot's bad in blue chests right now. I wonder how it is in EU server, because this server is kind of bad. That's why I left here. I'll see what I can do. Like I'll do 2 dungeons here and switch back to EU, see how it is there, so we can compare the loot. Let's just teleport. I really don't care. I also want to test T-rate Black Zone dungeons, not the group ones but the solo. So maybe after the stream I'll do some recording for that. What dungeons do you do, Alexis? Solo dungeons? Solos are kind of bad. I mean, they've been bad for a few months now. Almost a year maybe. So it's nothing new. They're talking about buffing dungeons, so might be good in the future, but I highly doubt it. Oh, you do 7.0. Try 8.0 or 8.1 if you're doing solo anyway. They're not that much harder to do. And do it in Black Suns. Let's get a different mount. This one's kind of slow. Maybe use the Panther. Where is it? There. I have to sell all of this extra junk. I have 2 of them. I would not go to Black Sun Crypt Dungeons. And if I were, I would go with a party and we'd all be in 6.1 gear. If you have a healer, I actually tested this 1 or 2 days ago. If you have a healer, you can clear dungeons as a duo in 6.1 gear. I did a live stream. It's my previous live stream, so you can check it out. That's a tier 6 dungeon. But for tier 7 and tier 8, it'll be a lot harder. But I believe if you have a shadow caller, like a decent shadow caller and a good player using holy staff, you can duo the entire group dungeon situation. Like there should not be any dungeon you can't clear or any boss you can't kill. Or you want to kill the legendary bosses. Actually have videos of me killing them. Most of them you can kill with shadow caller. Except for the heretics. What's that one called? Shadow Mask. Except for Shadow Mask and Undead Dungeons Reaper, you can kill every other legendary boss with the Shadow Caller. And I have actually done it, so I know. And for the Shadow Mask and Reaper, you need a Druidic Staff. With the Druidic, you can do it. Yeah, check it out if you're interested. I think it's Demon General for Morgana. And this set feels so much faster than the one I use on EU. It's crazy how much difference spec make. That's a bunch of garbage. What do I do this stick with? Oh, Fallen Governor. That's a pretty strong boss. How many was there? Like 10 of them at least. Damn, I just got jumped by 10 mobs. So this boss used to be always purple, but now they downgraded him to a blue. It can still be purple sometimes, so it's not too bad. It should be purple. This can also be legendary, so it really nerfed him. I just want to make sure there's nothing here that will aggro. Oh, these guys, yeah, they're fine. He'll do a pull, so wait until the circle's gone. See? If I channeled the W before he did that pull, I would have been interrupted. Next time he summons a skeleton, I'll use my E spell to get more value for it. I found the video. Nice. It's not a hard boss. Oh, he already died? I thought it'd be a little stronger than that. Oh, the loot is insane. Whoa. 220k. That's pretty good. 2 tier 7 equivalent bags. Honestly, the boss fight, I thought it would last for 10 more seconds. Just ended faster than I thought it would. Yeah, crazy loot. And we're still in the first floor, so it's probably 200k more in this dungeon. Now that would be the average, like 400k to 300k. That's the average on how much you get in a single dungeon. Sometimes you get duds. Not saying you always get this, but it's a average you can look at. Now, usually I would just skip the last 3 mobs here to the next floor, but on undead dungeons I kill everything because they have a chance to drop the undead crest, which is a big money item. It's at least 200k I think. If you get lucky, you get lucky. That's all there is to it. And we are still using the same food buff we had from the first dungeon. So we're going through this really fast. We still have 3 minutes. Probably enough to clear this entire floor, honestly. I should not do this probably when I have no cooldowns, but yeah. See, I got super low there. That was a mistake, I should not have done that. So when you have the E-spell on cooldown, just wait for it to come back. Unless you really are not worried about the repair bills. You can go when you're half health though, that's completely fine. Because when you use the E-spell, you'll be full health instantly. Like look at this now. My game just lagged. But anyway, we're almost full health. And they die. So your entire build revolves around your E-spell. The other stuff, it's fine if you have it, don't have it. Doesn't make a huge difference. But always have the E-spell when you're heading into a new pull. Or have it very, very low on cooldown. Like when it's like 5-6 seconds cooldown, it's fine. You can do it. But if it's more than 10 seconds, just wait. Also, how much time is it? 2 minutes. So we cleared the entire floor in 2 minutes. Why is it taking so long? Oh, the ping. Okay, that's why. Okay, let's use the food buff again. The E-spell cast did not went. Okay. Ping took me. I used the E-spell, it should have gone off. If the E-spell went off, I would be fine there. And now the 1700 ping decided I should die. It's still kind of bad. West server man. Okay, there we go. It's normal. You know, I have some cooldowns. I'll just kite here until I get it back to get that pull. And now we are good to go. Unless the ping decides to kill me again. Use the E-spell and back away. Now they all stack, right? And we can kill them easily. Getting so many tomes today. I will skip the tower or statue. should be possible. Yeah, there we go. Now everything just kind of dies. Will be a little tricky to kill the ones on the corner. That's that. We should dodge more, but I can tank a few hits. This should be a tomb chest. Yep, it is. And you should not skip these tomb chests, by the way. I see a lot of people who just skip these books, but they are very, very helpful later on. These stack. So if you go back a few months to when shapeshifter weapons came out, I used tier 1 tomes to max out that weapon to 100. So yeah, these tomes are absolutely amazing. Skip the green ones, but always take the blue chests. They're worth it. Don't step on the puke. Lost half my health to that. Hey, bonus tome. So much is that? 41k fame. Now 41k fame is not much when you consider you're using a weapon like Shadow Color, right? I do 2 or 3 pulls with this weapon and I get 41k fame. It's not a big deal. But when you want to level up something like a Holy Staff or some other weapon which is not good for clearing group dungeons or any other fame farming activity, those 41k books are amazing. And even for weapons that are good for fame farming, you have 41k on demand, like whenever you want. You don't have to go to a dungeon. You don't want to do anything. Basically, just have them in your chest. It's really good. And it's not just 41k because that 1000 fame also applies to your armor pieces. So that's 41k on your weapon, armor, helmet, boots, and offhand. Oh, this is bad. Yep. I was talking and got distracted. A spell got interrupted. As soon as that, I should have used the potion, but I got distracted. Well, anyway, as I was saying, keep doing the term chests. Because how much is that on our calculation? We have the 40k for the weapon, 40 for the helmet, that's 80. Armor makes it 120. Boots, another 40. So yeah, 160 just from that. It's very good. Don't skip them. Now we do the same pull without me ranting about something and we'll get it easily. Get some water. Right, 4th floor. This better be a purple chest. I really hate witch drops, man. There's nothing good there. You guys have the same feeling about it? I would care for the Twitch drops if they were tradable or profitable in any way. But no, it's just a bunch of really, really bad looking skins. I got the groom set like 10,000 times now. So stupid. There should at least be a restriction on duplication. Like, if you get a skin once, that skin should never be credited to your account again. Give me something else. duplicate skins is such a scam. It happens in other games too. Like when you open bunch of chests with skins, they keep giving you duplicate items of what you actually have. So stupid. Okay, this might be a little bad because I have big cooldowns and I'm doing a pull. Should be fine. The rust pork should be able to carry, especially the amount of damage my shadow color does now. Yep, good enough. Don't do stuff like that until you have maximum specs, so you can take a few extra hits. I think I should just wait for this guy to go there and skip. Don't have to do this stuff. Yeah, you can skip it, statue, it's fine. It's the boss here. Oh, it's this guy. Yeah, that one's a little annoying. Also, putting 3 of these things in a room is demonic. Like, if you don't have this much damage, look at the AoEs they're doing. If those things actually went out, it would cover the entire room. That's a death sentence for anyone on low gear. I wonder if these guys will actually have quests someday. Like an NPC that requests you to clear 100 dungeons or something. Circle. Yep. Hand and then slash. There's the hand. Slash. Yep. Circle again. It's just a 3-hit combo he does. Oh, he does the hand. Look. And then comes the slash. NA server, yes, this is the West or the original server. Loot's very bad here though. Also the gold price is horrendous. 7k? Come on, that's a scam. Oh, 90k loot is not bad. So what's the total? Scroll doesn't work on that for some reason. 388. That's a pretty good dungeon. Almost 400k. First dungeon was kind of bad, but this one's good. I just tried outside city. Convenient. That's 2 dungeons down. Almost 800k from 2 dungeons. That's pretty good. That's 400k on average. Wait, is it correct? Oh yeah, that's alright. How good is the loot? Yeah, you just saw it. That's 2 dungeons and we have 800k. Almost. It's usually a little lower on the west server, but seems to be alright today. Right, let's go. Is this like a good time for you guys for watching streams? I'm kind of figuring out what time to stream on. So I want to know if it's actually a good time for you guys to watch streams, or would you rather have it some other time? I had to do a survey on my Discord to see what time people prefer it to be. Just let me know in UTC or your local time. Alright. Silver pickups are not bad. Get the boss too. Why not? Right. Just have to be careful not to step on those lines because they interrupt your W. Might as well just cancel it yourself if you get interrupted anyway. You don't get extra damage. I walked out of that. That's the 300 ping for you. Got too cozy on west. I mean, EU. Typical green loot. Oh, nice, we can skip this. Skipper dungeons are such a pain. Easily my least favorite one of them all. That pull can go very wrong if you do not get the interrupt on. They'll just beat you up. You can't out heal that. That's a green chest I'm not going to bother with. Yeah, next floor. Let's go. And this dungeon was completely empty. See, like every dungeon is so different in terms of loot. It used to be somewhat homogeneous or similar in the old days, but now every dungeon is so very different. Can't really get a proper average on them. I used to be able to get a few million every dungeon before soloing group dungeons was very popular. But since everyone started doing it, SBI just nerfed it to the ground. I don't get those guys though. Their entire approach to balancing stuff is so bad. They basically nerf everything that's popular. Not good, but just popular. Like look at Stalker Jacket for example. They're talking about nerfing it in adding a 10 additional seconds of cooldown on Stalker Jacket, right? So it's 40-second cooldown. For what? For Stalker Jacket. It's only good in mists. Everywhere else it's kind of average. Like 3 floors of absolutely nothing in this. There's only green chests. That's the nerf they did. Like they did not directly touch the loot all that much because it's too noticeable. But they reduced the amount of chests you get per dungeon. So generally there should be at least one blue chest per floor. But now it's not even that. I can buff that. It's fine. This you can't buff. That was a big pull. Okay, let's go. See another green chest right here. This is the 4th one in this dungeon. Green. Is it at least a chest or a tome? See, it's a tome. Like normal green chests were not enough. There's green tome chests. It's no loot. All of this loot I got, it's from random mobs I killed. 50k. And I can bet you that this 50k is a lot more than what's in that green chest. Okay, we'll skip those two. What's this? Lightning mage again? It's kind of frustrating doing dungeons these days. It used to be so much better. Like finding or clearing rather an entire dungeon to find one blue chest at the end. It's so annoying. I've done 4 floors, not a single blue chest on the way, and the final boss is not even a purple. That's such a shit design. Like there should be restrictions or minimum loot on every dungeon. But no, they just don't want people to have fun. And the health regen. This guy would be dead without the regen. Just a waste of time. It's not like it makes it any harder. Just makes it more tedious. It's going to do massive damage with the auto attack now. I have to heal it at the next rotation. Oh, never mind. It's not as bad. Not very used to the EU servers build. That one's squishy. We'll come here. Oh, I'm supposed to do only one auto. Did 2. Alright. It does do 2 every time. Look at this. And the loot is absolute garbage. It's so weird. It's either good or it's complete trash. There's no middle ground with these dungeons. That's like a solo dungeon's worth of loot. Like I would say it's bad even if I got that in a solo dungeon. And you give it to me in a group dungeon. Like imagine going with 4 people and getting that as your loot. I actually want to see how bad solo dungeons are these days. See, just for fun, let's see. It's not even going to take 3 minutes probably. Let's see how good solo dungeons are. If it's anywhere near comparable, I would not do group dungeons anymore. Because why? Solo dungeons are just the same thing. Ignore those. Skip everything here. Maybe kill this. There we go. Got 2 tapped. Let's see. How much do you think this dungeon will give you? I say if we are lucky from the entire dungeon we get 20k. Call of Purity did 60% of its health. Yep, just throw a key on it and forget. Oh yeah, these things. I completely forgot these things even exist. Now the annoying part is I think this locks you in combat. Oh no, it doesn't. It used to lock you in combat when you reflect their damage with the green buff. Okay, so we walked through the first floor, got absolutely nothing. Second floor, let's see. See, I'm so done with this game. Like, if I find any other game that I like more, I'll just do that instead. How much is your highest loot? It's probably around 6 or 7 million. I'll say we get 300 silver from this. Without the silver bags, that's 300 silver. Bro, look at this. Who would do this content? And for what? This is not good for fame. There's absolutely no loot there. What's the purpose of this content even existing at this point? Let's see, let's go and clear this out. I really want to see how much is the average. We got like what, 2k from that green chest? Look, a random mob dropped a tome, that's 15,000. 10 times better than the green chest we just opened. They really have to rebalance the chests, they're completely shit. And it's a blue chest again. Fuck. Yeah, whatever. See, this version of the boss is really nice. Doesn't do as much bullshit. Oh, he died in one edition. Yeah, I kind of forgot it's solo dungeon. 5k. And the 1k we got in the previous screen chest, that's 6k per dungeon. Like, why would you have this as a content in this game? Yeah, group dungeon is the new solo dungeon. No, group dungeon used to be the old solo dungeon. Group dungeon is now completely shit because you get 300k to 400k per dungeon. That's all right? That's for a player with maximum gear. Now look at this mob here, and it gave 500 silver. So if you kill like 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them, that's equivalent to clearing the entire solo dungeon in terms of loot. That's why every time I make a beginner's guide, I push open world mob farming. That's the best content you can do for silver and fame as a new player. So stupid. And the worst part is they're going to buff the dungeon mobs even more in the next patch. And when they say they're going to buff the loot, I think that's a complete lie. There's no way they're buffing the loot. And even if they do, the average loot per hour is going to go down because the time it takes to kill those dungeons is going to increase. Now don't talk to me about risking stuff. If you go to tier 8 black zones and do solo dungeons, I guarantee you the loot's going to be around the same. You get maybe 300k. You know what, I'll do it right now since you're talking too much about risk and stuff, right? The term risk versus reward is inherently bad because, in order for you to risk your loot, you have to first get your loot from somewhere. So imagine a new player with no money, like none of this. They want to do Lethal PvP. Where do they farm their initial silver? There should be money in yellow zone solo dungeons for the new players to farm silver in. Without that, how the fuck are they going to get money? The only option they have is gathering, which is also bad right now because all of the bots are crashing prices. So, game's silver balance itself is not proper at this point. Yeah, they pushed people to roads. Now, the problem with the game's development or the development team is they want everyone to play on their rules. Basically, they don't want it to be a sandbox experience where you get to have your economy in whatever way you want. They want it in specific content. They want the game to shine in group PvP, and everyone who does any other content, they don't like that. So they constantly nerf solo activities. They don't give anything to encourage solo play. Basically, the tracking is not good when you're solo. Dungeons are completely garbage when you're doing them solo. And PvP is obvious, right? If you go into anything other than corrupted dungeons as a solo, you're getting jumped by 10 people. It's absolute garbage. Like, even on mists, you can't have a 1v1. You don't think they'll buff group dungeon rewards? Yeah, I don't think so too. Even if they do buff it, it's going to be like a 10% increase in loot. But the time to clear those dungeons is going to be increased by like 20 or 30%. So the overall average is still going to be shit. Give me 1 second. Alright, let's go. So for this dungeon, it's either going to be like 300k or less than 200. There's no average on this anymore. Used to be predictable. Let's see. Maybe it's just the West server. I don't know. Honestly, could be. And another thing this game desperately lacks is the separate balance based on what activity you're doing. So for example, the Stalker jacket. It's very strong in mists and everyone's using it there. But everywhere else, it's kind of average or bad, right? So instead of nerfing it across the board like they did with Hellion jacket, they should have made it so it did 50% less healing while you're in combat and you're in mists, right? So they don't do that. They don't have separate balance based on what zones you are in. For open world, it should be one balance. For corrupteds, one balance, and for mists, one balance. Because it's not the same environment and does not work in the same rules, right? But now they want it to be all equal in a single patch. And that's why things are either broken or completely useless. They kind of implemented that when healing staffs were abused in corrupteds. So you get less healing in corrupted dungeons. They added demonic force or whatever. But they're not doing that with offensive spells or CC spells. Like maces and quarterstaffs don't have any business being used in solo content, right? A quarterstaff should not be seen anywhere near solo content. That's just not the intended use of the weapon, right? But still, it's fine if they're doing it, but they should not be the top weapon of choice. Like, do you guys remember how the double-bladed stalker used to be the best meta in mists? Things like that should not be restricted, basically. Not nerfed, because nerfing it will make it useless in every other content, even in content where it is intended to be used. They should not be nerfed, they should be restricted in that specific zone. I make it so you have extra cooldowns when you're in mists or something, when you're using quarterstaffs. But now they just deleted it. Enough of the rant, got too serious. Let's just chill. This is a green chest, I can tell from here. Yeah, and the layout is a pain, so I'll just skip the floor. This is an actual grip dungeon, so I should not pull everything like I did in the solos. Just throw a E on here and move on. Or maybe I should have used the E here. That would have full healed me. Okay, this is bad. I don't have enough health to walk through there. If I did, I would be taunt, so I had to kill them. Yeah, it should be enough. These things are really strong. I have to be careful. I think they do no damage when they're alone, but all of them will sync up and do the auto attack at once. That that does like 2000 damage. You will die before you even know what happened. Those things are scary. The bats and the books. Really one of the worst enemies in this game. I thought I could have skipped them. That's a crossbow. Crossbows are always a pain. This is fine, it's not too bad. As long as you stay back, they won't jump. No, this is one of the worst rooms. All for a shrine. I'm having really bad luck in general today in dungeons. Give me 1 second. Nothing. Okay. Let's go. Nope. Bro, this guy almost aggroed the boss with me. That's so scary. Okay, we'll skip that. Yeah, we skipped 3 mobs. That should be fine. Oh yeah, never mind. Next floor. We can skip up to 5 mobs per floor. Or skip the entire floor for the next one. So this is probably the last floor, unless we get really lucky. And so far, what did we get? Absolutely nothing. See, this is what I mean. Previously, this does not happen very often. Like, there's no way you walk through 3 floors without getting a single blue chest. The new layouts, when they came out, this is what they did with it. They made it look better, but they took away all the chests. They converted some purple bosses into blue bosses. That's the worst thing they did. Yeah, they just reduced spawn rate in general. So I think this is a blue chest here. In 1 in 4 floors, by the way. That's crazy. Another blue chest. Oh, the cooldowns. Yeah, that was almost way too bad. Forgot I was on cooldowns. On EU, that would be repairable. A good thing this set has more spec. It's fine to fight bosses with some cooldowns because you won't need them immediately. That does so much damage. I did 1 combo on him. Okay, let's see. 60. That's average. But still, 60k when you're deep into the 4th floor is bad. Should always be like 70 or 80k per floor. And it used to be like that. I'm not asking for anything new either. Oh, this one's a purple. This could be Morgana Fang or Morgana Raven. I think, unless they changed the layout again. If it's Raven, I have to go back and get the other staff. I don't know, I have to try it though. I haven't tried it on this weapon yet. I hope it's Fang. Fang is easy to kill. And you know the worst part is they even made Morkan a Raven, a blue chest sometimes. That pisses me off so much because it's one of the strongest bosses in this dungeon. Like they make really strong bosses that were purple for a good reason previously into a blue chest. Oh, it's Fang. Yeah, never mind. Now I have to watch out because if I leash any of the mobs, the boss will automatically leash. Another impressive coding aspect of this game. Like if I leash a mob from that corner, the boss will leash, even though I aggroed it in the center. Do you have any idea of the update? I don't know. I think it's next month or the next season. You can go back to the dev talk and check if you want. What are the best weapons in meta? For what? What do you want to do with the weapon? Shit, that did 60% of my health. That's like the one attack this boss has. Right, let's say. 180, absolute garbage. They did something with the loot, it just does not feel the same. They increased the loot in blue chests for sure. Like the blue chest we got with 200k. That's been happening a lot more often than it used to. And the purple chests, usually 300 to 400k in them, they got nerfed down to 200k. Something weird going on in loot. It's right here. So the entire dungeon's 260. It's pretty low. How many dungeons is that? 4? Okay, let's see. I'll do one more. So from 4 dungeons we have 1.1 million. It's not completely terrible. How much is that per dungeon? Lady level 300k. I don't see where the money came from though. What the fuck happened? We have a little over 300k per dungeon. Now, last one. Let's go. Right, let's see what dungeon this is. Oh, undead. Undead's pretty good. It's my favorite. Bosses are all easy, nothing too bad. On the cooking specs, okay. It's here. Don't have everything maxed, but most things are. I have 4 maxed out. This is very close. And yeah, that one's maxed out too. Everything's pretty high. Maybe I'll do a cooking video next. I have to skip the archer. Yeah, it's too much work trying to kill just one guy. I threw the Q there for some lifesteal healing. I can skip this, yeah. Some more here. Yep. No. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I think I stepped on poison too often. Yeah, that was close. What happened there? Can't see AoEs behind the pillar. Maybe that's it. Let's kill this one fast. Again, there's a green chest over there, which I'm just going to ignore. And yeah, move on to the next floor. Oh, it's not that layout, okay. Oh no, it is. It's usually this way for the green, but they put it there for some reason. Anyway, we'll just skip the whole part. I have to kill them for some extra health though. Right, now I can chill for a bit. Leash, come on. Okay, this is just repairable. This guy does not want to leash. Yeah, that's fine. It's really weird. Sometimes they leash when you're right next to them, and some other times they follow you to the next room. I had cases where I was fighting the boss, and mid-fight it just leashes. I was like 10 centimeters away from its spawn. So weird. I will just skip the floor. There's probably nothing here anyway. It's a really long floor. Oh, it's a blue. Oh no, that's just a tome chest. Yeah, we'll screw that. Not going to waste my time on a tome chest. And the next floor. So we have one blue tome chest in this floor that we skipped. I would do it normally, but on this server I literally have nothing else to level up. Everything's maxed on stuff I want to use. So tome chests are not needed for me anymore. Let's just chill for a few seconds. And go. Cooldown's kind of big. Should have waited a few more seconds, I think. Yeah, be fine, probably. I'll just break this statue while we wait for the cooldowns and see what happens next. It's probably a blue chest again. Ignore the 3 statues. Or if I can pull it here, I'll kill it next to the statue. A little more. Yep. Yeah, we'll ignore the other statues. Ten seconds should be enough. Another tome chest. This is a small chance of it not being a tome, and I did not get lucky. So 2 tome chests, 1 dungeon. I mean, for normally if you want to do dungeons, that's not bad. That's like a 100k fame in both of them combined. But I really don't care about that. Feels much nicer to clear dungeons on this server though, just from the spec. I have to kill the skeletons fast. They do way too much damage. The boots are cultist sandals. Cultist sandals, crypt candle and Avalon cape. They're pretty good. I'll probably have to make a updated build after the new patch, but we'll see when it comes out. I don't even know if it will be possible to solo dungeons then. Hopefully it will be. Like I can guarantee if we still had the old Hellion jacket before its 50% nerf, we can solo group dungeons even if they make it harder. But right now it'll be hard. Stalker's getting nerfed. That's not confirmed, but it's likely getting nerfed. But I think Stalker nerf is not a big deal because they're nerfing the cooldown, not the jacket itself. So even with slightly longer cooldown, you just have to wait 10 seconds. It's fine. Is this another tome chest? It is. This is the 3rd tome chest in this dungeon. It's crazy, man. Do you play HCEs? No, I don't. I'm interested in trying, but I never found a good party. Oh, boots did not go off there. Another really dumb mechanic of this game, the global cooldowns. Like, pay attention to the cooldown bar. As soon As soon as I cast something, everything goes dark for a split second. I don't know why I can't simultaneously cast multiple spells. It's not a thing in any other game I played. Only this game has that weird lag like situation. I have to wait after hitting a button to push another button. And they call it global cooldowns. Such a dumb feature. I don't know what it's used for. Maybe it's easier to manage bugs with the global cooldowns. Again, that's just lazy. If it makes for easier bug fixes, but that just means you guys are too lazy to work at the development. Need to use 8.4 for soloing group dungeons? No. You don't need 8.4. You can do it with 8.3 and 100 specs in the items you're using. You'll still be fine. But I don't know if you can do it after the next update where they're making the dungeons stronger. Right, this is... Okay, this guy. Takes a while. Is this guy speaking English? I really could never understand what he was saying. Like every other boss has a clear voice. I get it, it's a ghost, but maybe make it louder. Here's 6 group dungeons. I don't know, man. If they're good, it will go up. If they're not, it won't. I think you're asking because you can invest in maps or something, but that's really not my specialty. That's shit. Alright, loot's officially very bad today. At least on this server. I'll do a stream later where I go on the EU server. It's probably better there. One of the reasons I don't play on West. The market's bad and there's just not enough loot in circulation in this server. Right, let's go. Is it far? Yeah, it is. Okay, let's do final tally on how much loot we have. So streaming for almost 2 hours. 20 minutes less than 2 hours. So 1 hour 40 minutes. Let's see what we got in that time. $1.2 million. I should have gotten 2 million in this time. Normally I'd get 2 million. But this server is just not it. Yeah. Well, that's it for this stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. Consider becoming a member if you want to support the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Is that EU? No, this is the West server.